Welcome back to my channel, everyone. So in this video I'm going to show you how to get your headliner looking like my one, which is currently a feature piece in my living room. Basically I just finished doing this last night and I'm so happy with the finish. I mean, look at that, so much better than that boring grey that comes in the Volkswagen Transporters or in most of the manufacturers' cars out there. Them grey headliners just don't do it for me, especially when you've got bright red panels going through your van as well. So yeah, anyway, keep watching, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you the process that I took in order to get it looking like that. This method that I used was with a fabric dye. The stuff I got, by the way, I'm not endorsed by this company or by this manufacturer. They might want to endorse me after showing this video off, because I'm sure loads of you are going to go online and go and buy exactly the same stuff that I did. However, it is called Scratch Doctor fabric dye in black. They do multiple colours. They've got like loads of different colours. So if you don't like the black, you can go for a grey or a red or blue, whatever. They do loads of different ones. I paid about £16 for this. I bought a ½ litre bottle. That managed to do the whole liner. I probably could have got away with less, to be honest. But if you've got a car like a, I don't know, Audi A3 or I don't know, a BMW 740 Li limo, or your nan's got a Morris Minor and she wants to redo hers, you may need a little. She might drive a Nissan Micra actually. A lot of nans like Nissan Micras. You may need a bigger bottle, because the headliner will be longer than us guys with the Transport T5 ones. So this method will work across various types of cars, bikes don't have headliners, cars, vans, trucks and all that. So yeah, just a little disclaimer, by the way, for those of you watching this, please use it as a guide only. If you are going to copy me, you accept full responsibility and you take on all of this sort of stuff at your own risk. This is the method I used. Take it with a pinch of salt if you've got some, but don't put the salt on the headliner, alright? Keep watching and let's get on with the video. So I've just come indoors now with the headline in. I've laid out some old towels. I've put 3 towels on the floor, just because if I get the dye on the floor, I'm not sure how much of a mess it's going to make. So by using towels, I'm sure they're going to absorb it as opposed to a thin sheet. So you can see down here, I've just got 3 towels laid out. Got the headline in. I'm going to start by cleaning it. It's a bit of a state. I may even give it a quick hoover down before I dye it and give these bits a scrub off, because I don't want to be dyeing over any dirt. So I'm going to get started on that now. I'm just going to use a sponge, a little bit of washing up liquid, just to start giving this a bit of a scrub down. And then once that's done, I'm going to prepare the dye. You can see it's come out really nice now, and I've just hoovered it as well just to get rid of any more muck on it, because I only gave it a light wipe down. It's pretty much dry. They've given me a leaflet as well in the post, which is quite handy. So it's basically got the instructions on it. In short, what you've got to do is dye 50% of this stuff with 50% water or a penetrating solution like a colour boost apparently, but I'm going to use water. So I've got to shake it vigorously. It says, don't give me a time, that it just says keep shaking. And then what I'm going to do is put a pair of old marigolds on, because if this gets on my hands I'm probably going to itch. It does say on there may cause an allergic reaction. Wear protective gloves / protective clothing and eye protection. So yeah, don't let this get on your skin, basically. I'm going to try 200 millilitres to begin with, and then no, that's too much. God, it looks thick. It smells pretty strong as well. Then I'm just going to fill this up to 400 millilitres with water, so that'd be 200 millilitres of each part. Right, so the water is in there. I'm just going to put this in the washing up bowl and making sure it's still on my towel because I am the clumsiest person ever. And then just going to start applying it, really, see how we get on. Now I'm going to use a sponge to apply the dye. There is other ways you can do it, spray bottle or cloth, but for me it's going to use an old sponge and crack on. So I'm just going to start by putting the sponge in. Oh god. I'm going to rub it on like that. This stuff is strong. Damn. You see here, I'm literally squeezing it closed. Just making sure I get an even run of it across the whole of the headliner. And also making sure I don't really spill it anywhere. I figured out if you go, there's like a way the headlining goes, I think it's actually running that way, so I'm going to try and rub it the same way as the headlining. Seems like pretty nice stuff, to be honest. So far so good. You've just got to remember it is dye, so just don't wear any clothes that you would wear to a wedding or something. That'd be wearing your best suit or something, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to be whacking it on now. It's coming out lovely. Just checking we're still recording. Imagine if I didn't get this part on camera. It's been pointless doing the whole bloody video. I must say, this is very impressive how easy it goes on. I just hope the finish comes out. That's good. It's much better than using boot polish, in my opinion, or shoe polish. Right, Joe, I guessed that well. There's literally only a little bit left. So 200 millilitres seems to do the trick for the first coat. And you've got to leave it to dry for a bit, but I'm going to just try and use up what I can on this before leaving it. Right, first coat done. Just going to be extra careful at taking these off. Now it looks like it's ready for a second coat. I've let it dry for about an hour. So I'm going to do the same as the first coat. I'm going to use 200 millilitres of the dye with 200 millilitres of the water. Amazing, like the colour difference. The dye is working really, really well. So I've woken up, checked the headlining, and you can see it's still a little bit wet. It does actually say you can use a hairdryer to speed up the process because it takes about 72 hours to fully cure. Certain bits just need to, I think, dry up, but I'm sure with a hairdryer I'll be able to get this dry, and then I'm going to give it one more So I'm going to leave that now to dry. That's really weird. It looks like a wolf. Oh my god. Looks like I've actually drawn a wolf on my headlining. Or husky. That is weird. Anyway, I'm gonna let it dry out and then yeah, just see how it goes from there really. Good tip. What I've done, by leaving it on its side like this, it actually dried so much quicker. I don't know, I think this might be fiberglass. I don't know if that's the reason, like the liquid sort of runs down. But I made sure all the towels were together nice and neatly, or scrunched up. So it basically absorbs all the dye. But when I woke up this morning, yeah, it's completely bone dry. So yeah, so when you're doing your coats in between, just a little tip, try and leave it upright if you can. So yeah, this is the finished product. I'm so happy with it. It just looks loads better than that grey. The quality as well, it reminds me of that Alcantara, or whatever you call it. It's like, I mean, the dye, where I've been using a sponge and that's left sort of an effect on it. If you are looking to remove your headliner and do the same, and you've got a T5 transporter, just look at my last video. I did show you how to do that on there. And then the other thing is, I will be putting another video up of this fitted in the van. Yeah, thanks for watching this video. I hope you found it useful. And if you are new to my channel, please subscribe and leave a comment below if you've got any questions. Cheers.